Hello, in this video we're going to go through another requested word problem from the exam review material. So again, this is a problem that uses our systems of equations techniques. So let's dive in. So Mr. Telling rented the same car from Rent a Wreck twice in 1 month. The first time he rented the car, he paid $180. And again, let's just pause here for a second. When I do a question like this, get a highlighter. Paid $180 and had the car for 3 days and drove 150 kilometers. Those are all pretty important numbers. The next time he rented the car, he paid $275, had the car for 2 days, and drove 400 kilometers. So what we do now is we want to figure out how much did the car cost per day and how much did the company charge per kilometer. So here's our let statement. We're going to let D represent cost per day. We're going to let K represent cost per kilometer. And then we set up our systems of equations. So we have 180 equals 3D plus 150K. So that is $180 is 3 times the cost per day because he has it for 3 days, plus 150 times the cost per kilometer because he drives it 150 kilometers. The second equation is $275, which is the total, is 2 times the cost per day because he had the car for 2 days, plus 400 times K because he had drove the car for 400 kilometers. Now again, I could use either substitution or elimination here, but due to the nature of these specific setup, or this specific setup, pardon me, it's quite nicely set up for elimination. So I'm going to take equation 1 and multiply it by 2. So remember to multiply each term by 2. And I'm going to take equation 2 and multiply it by 3. So we're going to multiply each term by 3. And I'm going to name these equations 3 and 4. So now, since the coefficients of the D are equal, we're going to subtract these two equations. So we'll take equation 3 and subtract equation 4. So here's equation 3, and then we subtract equation 4. Now notice I wrote this out. I put brackets around the entire equation because that reminds me to apply this minus sign to each term. So right here. Now I really suggest here, mumble to yourself when you do this. So talk it out. I often talk my way through problems because it helps me keep track of what I'm doing. So I'll say 360 minus 825 is minus 465. 6D minus 6D means they go away. 300K minus 1200K is minus 900K. So now I do a little algebra. So I get 465 over 900. We divided both sides here by negative 900. Is approximately 0.517 cents. Sorry, $0.517, or 51.7 cents. So now we take this and we substitute K, and again I'm using an approximate value here into equation 1, and I could use either equation. So I sub that in, and now I apply a little algebra and find D. And notice again, D is an approximate value, so we have some rounding here, and that's okay. So here's our concluding statement. Oh, that should be it. It costs $34.15 per day and 52 cents per kilometer. Oh, don't want to forget that there. So again, one nice thing we can do at the end is check our work. That's why math is so wonderful. We can always check if we're right. So we simply substitute those two values in, and we show that the left and right side are equal. Now notice here they're not perfectly equal, but they're approximately equal, and that's because of the rounding that's occurred here. I hope that helped.